Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate. This is episode 21. Last time, we returned to Candlekeep. Upon exploring the library, reading a lot of texts, some interesting letters, of the seer. One hell of a prayer to be like singing around the library. That god of murder's gonna have a lot of children, and there's gonna be something about him that's maybe important. And that's what we're dealing with. We killed the other two leaders of the Iron Throne. The Iron Throne, knocked off their leadership. Now, is it the right thing to do? Yes. Is it the right thing to do in the eyes of everybody who doesn't know what's going on? Questionable. We went into secret library, we escaped. Doppelgangers everywhere, questioning my reality, of course, and just really genuinely almost bought into the illusion at one point because of the persistence of the illusion of Elminster, of Gorion saying, but I lived, and luckily still an illusion. So we finally got out of there, and Baldur's Gate is our destination to return to. And I think that'll involve the palace. Outside of that, we have Durlag's Tower. Ulgoth's Beard is also up here that we have yet to travel to. Now, I don't know if we're at an appropriate level for the tower at this point in time, but we're going to go there again, because assuming that going to Baldur's Gate to confront Sarevok, I just think that's going to be the end. Candlekeep wasn't the end, because Sarevok is still kicking. So we're going to go to Durlag's Tower, and I've been waylaid. We're going to do some extra stuff. That's my, thought process, right?
Of course.
We're going to do some extra stuff. Because if I hit the end of the game, roll credits, I am... I'm in the mindset. Of just leaving it there at the end of the journey. So I want to make sure that we at least experience Durlag's Tower and Ulgoth's Beard before we reach the end of our campaign. I think Jaheira seemed like she was pretty tired just then. No? She just says, why do we still tromp about? I thought that she was going to be a little bit fatigued. She's not. So she's fine. Let's go to Durlag's Tower. Maybe I should have... you reckon I'll be able to get away with resting outside here? It won't be pretty, but we'll give it a shot. Now, we have no idea what's waiting for us in this place as well, so... Oh, didn't mean to do that. I forget that clicking on the thing removes the thing. I'm just going to do... We're going to look at spells, just to see if I want to change anything at the moment. We have 3 protection from petrification. We have a little magic missile, little tiny magic missile. We really don't need that because we have the wand instead. I'll just chuck an extra identify in there, because we're still at that point. We have an extra level 2 spell. So we've got Power Word Sleep. We do have the Wand of Sleep at the moment, which is pretty good. We can also do another no alignment, but I think in a tower like this, we're probably not gonna need that. So I'm gonna do a second horror as well. Level 3. We have 2 level 4 spells that we can do now. Let's go for a Globe of Invulnerability. Monster Summoning 2. 4 HD monsters, a 60% chance of receiving 1 monster, and a 40% chance of receiving 2. That could be pretty fun. Or throwing several spider eggs into the air while saying the final command word. The result is the eggs morph into a fully grown spider that will remain under the wizard's telepathic control. The level of the wizard casting the spell. And so I think it's... I think we're at... It'll be like a 7th level, right? What level? Yeah, it's a 7th level, so it would be a giant spider. But we could get 2 monsters. Oh, so I'm going to do that, right? We'll do that. Jaheira. We do have a lot of healing potions, but I'll keep the spell healing regardless. We have 3 of no alignment. which I'll take off for this tower. This is something that I don't do enough, is like changing spells for particular locations. Once each round, all of the traps within a 15-foot radius will be revealed. I'll probably do that, so we're going to have Korin and Jaheira do that as well. Because there's probably going to be traps in the tower. I mean, that just makes sense to me. Let's do it. Let's do it twice. And maybe a Flame Blade in there too. No level 4 spells for Jaheira. So that'll be the spell casting portion. While we're here, we'll rest. I'm going to go to this barrel right here. So I'm going to mark this on the map, and I'll say Dynahair's... God, am I spelling that right? Dynahair's wands? Don't think like that, man. It's just Dynahair's wands, dude. All right? Just settle down. All right, so Dynahair's wands are going in here. I'm going to get a Dagger of Venom. That could be cool. I mean, we have the money for it. So we're just going to spend it. The large shield +1. I could give Jaheira a large shield, maybe. I'm just going to grab it. We'll see what happens. All right, our work is done. We have stored some leftover arrows in the wand barrel at the same time and cleared out a lot of the inventory. So we restocked on a lot of arrow +2 sort of situation. We can have people switch it up between long range and short range in terms of how we want to do the fights. So we'll see how we go. Adjusting as necessary. To Durlag's tower, we travel, because we have rested.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
We have rested. So 3 of you go for one, 3 of you go for the other. You're all wasting arrows that way. There we go. Archery squad. To the tower we go. Waylaid. Right, so we save. And we'll see how we go. Only death awaits all ye poor souls who venture in. Spend your money while you may, for when comes tomorrow fades today. Now, this guy has a bunch as well, which I actually forgot about. 15 potions of Master Thievery. Holy shit. And that's the angel skin rings I sold this guy. Ah, man, I did not realize. I forgot that this man does actually have a whole bunch. So a lot of other arrows. The fact that there is a huge amount of Master Thievery here, it's got to be for the opening locks and the picking pockets, right? I mean, I'll grab some. It'll be silly not to. We've got enough of these. That's a decent one. Let's just grab some of those and I'll say thank you so much and we'll see how far that gets us. And then I can at least sell my jewelry to you. This is the jewelry guy at the very least. Also, Laeral's Tear necklace. Give me some money. The Shandon gem and the Aquamarine gem are the only ones where I'm like, for some reason, I'm like, it's because we haven't seen a second one yet, you know? So that's where my brain is at with that. Hey, if I need to come back to this guy, he's right here. He's got a bunch. So that's pretty good. But if we need Korin to do some Master Thievery stuff with opening locks and picking pockets, away we go. We have no idea what the tower contains outside of us having like a panicked run into the first area and then going, hey, I think we're in over our head. So it's probably going to respawn our guys here, isn't it? So where is he? Didn't respawn him? Oh my god. Okay. He's dead. We're not out of the woods yet, because there's others. At the moment, Jaheira striking with a poison dagger and everybody else going arrows. Could be the move. It seemed as though these Doom Guards, or whatever the hell they're called, did have a bit of a resistance to getting shot though, and also getting hit. So let's figure it out. Just quick save the closer we get. Now I know that there's a guy up here because I will never forget. Let's just attempt the fight with no buffs, just as we are. That's a skeleton. Where's the Doom guy? All right, there he is. All right, let's bring him down to our level. None of this like high guard. None of this high ground shit. Okay. Get him. I want to put some distance between me and the guard with the arrows, naturally. But that's okay. Go. Okay, no, he's being immune. He is being immune. Maybe arrow of piercing could be the move. All right, we're gonna switch to. We'll switch to short range. See what happens, and just have Kirinhale go away. Can we get damage in? There's just so many misses. Oh my god, we've hit. Okay, we made a hit. Fucking 20, dude. Fucking 20. How do we increase our chance to hit against these guys? What's their fucking thaco, bro? Jaheira. I mean, I need him to go for me, I guess. Because I have -3 at least. I don't think you can poison a guard like this either. Try and see if I can just have him go for one target and then just... There we go, nice. Oh my god, am I the only guy that's going to be able to hit him? Just me? Alright, switch to Minsk. The only person who's been able to do damage to the guard is me. And it literally requires such a high roll. Yeah, I have to hit like a 19 or a 20 to hit him. And I'm the only person doing that. Why is everybody else... Oh, finally, Jaheira hit a 19. In all of these rolls, it has to be 19 or 20. Minsk hit a 19 and missed because of the -1? Bro. Oh, Khalid's getting hits. Wow. So 2,000 experience. Yeah, it's brutal. And I assume if we take the risk of trying to sleep to heal, we end up...
Tonight you sleep hunted by all, and wake in a dream hunted by one. Tonight you are the monster everyone claims you are, the kobold scorned like a rodent. The ogre that children fear comes in the night. The mobs and their torches now come for you, counting you among the creatures you once did hunt. Or so someone would have you believe. Once again you hear the voice, a voice that now makes no secret of its origins. It speaks of destiny and nature, and of evils bred in the bone. It says you will never be free of the mob, that they will hunt you for what you are. Murder and death run through your heart, and accepting that will supposedly give you power. The essence of Bhaal within you cannot be ignored. But you have not ignored it. You realize that from the first you have fought the very blood in your veins, fought dagger and claw for each victory, and ultimately you have triumphed. With righteous will, you have turned the dark forces within you to good purpose. Whatever the foundation of your being, you have remade yourself in your own image. Amidst threats it does not yet know are empty, the voice tries to play upon your doubts, but finds none. As you stare unwavering, the presence grows weaker and weaker. As it fades from your mind, one warning does stand out amidst the din. It speaks of others that will listen where you have not, others that will embrace what you have rejected, and others that will be your death. This describes but one man, and you know of no other it could be. He who orchestrated your fall, deceived your comrades, and deserves all that your justice shall meet upon him. Saravak. He is a debt that must be paid to the whole of the Sword Coast. You awake sure of your cause, and of what must be done.
God damn. The way that this game is like, this is like you got a long rest so you can get story moments, right? And there's these dreams that are spaced out that you could miss depending on where you progress and how fast. You know, we're just taking a random rest here and I've been hit with the voice that now makes no secret of its origins, destiny and nature. I will never be free of the mob. So there we go. The essence of Bhaal within you. So we read those letters and I'm like, okay, is that what we're getting at? We're reading these letters about evil Bhaal spawn, and one day they'll be slaying each other. And I'm like, okay. And everyone keeps talking to me like, you're kind of dark. And there we go. Crazy. This game was doing the Dark Urge. The Baldur's Gate 1 is the Dark Urge. How insane is that? So there's our confirmation. Saravak deserves all that our justice shall meet upon him. Good morning, everybody. I have gained another special ability and had a very peculiar dream. Didn't I already gain that? Did I just gain a second version of it? There it is. And we successfully slept. Everybody, I had the most peculiar dream. Now, have you ever dreamt that you are a spawn of Bhaal? That's a dream that everyone has, right? Or is it just me? Okay, now. We might be in a situation of traps everywhere. We're in a tower. Jaheira could use a spell as well, but we'll see how good Corrin's abilities is. Maybe he'll be able to detect them. Skeleton! Oh, that's not an enemy skeleton. I'm gonna have to be careful and curious. Can't stick around to talk. I have some wyverns to kill. What are you talking about? Why did you stop? Let me see about doing... I'll turn party AI on so we can just have Corrin just detecting traps. I think that should work. And then I just have to manage the other characters and what they're gonna do if they start tweaking. This first floor feels pretty quiet. Corrin, is this chest a trap? It's not trapped, it's also not locked. Neither is this one. Okay. So we have a tower in the staircase in the center. And there's a staircase up here too. Aha. We have a locked chest. Corrin, if you so please. Yeah. Okay. 4 gold. Very good. That's just what I came here for. Treasure, fame, renown, and 4 gold pieces. All right. Upstairs. Okay, we're being met with ghasts first. Ah, traps. Okay, I remember this room. I remember this room now. From when we were here the first time and the traps were being triggered. Oh man, I remember. Yep. And the trap that will just keep on getting activated. I remember. Okay, we cannot go into that room. We need to let them come to us to fight. And then we can talk about dismantling some traps. Quit your running now. We detected a trapped chest. Thank God Dynahair is at this level of being able to identify arrows, considering where we are. Okay. Get the attention of the ghasts, bring them into the central chamber so we don't have to stand on this god-awful trap. All right, Corin, please. We need you to discover this trap, like your life depends on it. Detecting traps or illusions. This one might be just a really annoying one that I have to do this for. Oh no, hang on. That's only pickpocketing? What is this one? Is this for traps? Oh my god, it's not for traps. That's the other one. That's the perception one. God damn it. That's why I should have bought those. That's why I should have bought those. What do we have in here? I thought that I had potion of perception in here. God damn it. Okay. In that case... Does your intelligence increase help? Surely. Okay. I should have bought the perception potions. Corin is just not detecting this trap, which is very frustrating. Because I think there's another one around here too. Like there's another trap here. Alright, Jaheira's gonna have to do hers as well. So let's have Jaheira also activate trap detection. No, God, yeah. I didn't mean for us to go around that way, but that's okay. We made it through there mostly unscathed. Alright. Seeing if Jaheira or Corin's abilities will detect this trap. That's crazy. I just can't detect the traps in that room. And we're just gonna have to get used to the fact that there's gonna be a lot more. So, I don't know what's gonna happen. I assume that the traps will continue to be hard to discover. Trap not disarmed. Oh my god. I couldn't even disarm it. I can't even disarm this trap. Okay. I could disarm that one. Okay. There's gonna be some useful things in these chests, obviously, but then it's just... if I can't disarm a trap chest, then we're cooked. let's try and go up this staircase then. In the back instead of the one in the center. Where does this go? This might allow us to maybe get into areas without upsetting guards like immediately.
You need something,
or monsters.
stranger.
Oh, who's this? Okay. Let's bring him in here. He's decided not to come hang out for a second.
You need something, stranger.
Not another step. State your name and what you're doing in this place. I didn't disarm that trap, and it also sprung the trap as well. I doubt ye a Durlag, so you're as much an intruder as I. Well, he's being aggressive to me. Shall we match the energy? State your own name. I doubt ye, Durlag, so you're as much an intruder as I. You doubt I am Durlag? Well, give the fool the prize. Turns out I'm not the dwarf that's been dead a bunch of centuries. Good for you, but my question still stands. Who are you? I don't care a whit what you're doing in the tower. I just want to know what you're doing sneaking up on my backside. I don't like people sneaking near me. Makes me nervous. I am here to cleanse this place. Relax your suspicions. I am not your enemy. This place is quite full enough of traps without us fighting each other. What is your name? Riggilo, or Riggilo. What do we call him? Riggilo is what I am called, and I do not care to share this place. Many more levels there are, and you should move on down. Trouble enough there is for both, without us competing for loot. Oh, come now. I'll share whatever I find with you. Ha! The day I would believe a dungeon crawler would share his loot is the coldest day the Nine Hells would have ever seen. Wonder as you will, and if I ever see a coin from you, I will be completely surprised. Well, how do I give you a coin? Let me give you a coin. You again, what is it now? I've warned you once about bothering me. I have a good handle on some puzzles below, and I don't need you disturbing my thinking. Below? That's only the first level, man. This place is a bountiful hunting ground. I'll split this with you just because we're in the same line of work. Here's 300 gold. 300? What are you up to? You trying to butter me up? You got no reason to give me this. Well, alright then, you ain't so bad after all. Maybe I've been wrong about you. Maybe. You're alright, but don't be hanging around too long anyway, lest I change my mind. There you go, take that. Me straight up saying, here's 300 gold. You silly guy. That's funny. I wanted to share the wealth a bit. Here's a little of what I found so far. 50 gold for your trouble. What is this, a trick? You're trying to butter me up? Put me off my guard. You keep your gold and leave me to my work. 50 gold. Ugh. I picked more than that out of Durlag's gutters. 50 gold indeed. He liked 300, but not the rest. So we sprung this trap. It went off without a hitch, apparently. So there we go. We do have a tome. Is it going to be... Is this another one of those... Tome of Understanding. Oh my god, it's another wisdom one. Raise wisdom by 1 point permanently. Jaheira's wisdom is on an even number, and so is Jaheira's... sorry, it's Dynahair's, so... The only person whose wisdom is not even is Corrin, but I don't think that giving wisdom to Corrin is wise. We might find another Tome of Understanding and get Dynahair up to 18, maybe. Very nice. I assume that there are other books, but so far we've only found the Tomes of Understanding. Oh. Okay. We're not doing so well in regards to the fact that we're not disarming. Hey, I don't mean to alarm you. We're not disarming these traps. It's another one of those situations where I'm like, okay, are we still not a suitable level to be here? Probably, you know? But then I'm also like, well, when is? It's probably like, you know, considering the fact that it is DLC, is there is this portion where it's like, I could obviously level grind and get like really quite high level maybe, and that could be enjoyable, but then I don't know. Maybe that's what it's for. We can sleep in here to heal, you know? At the very least. Oh, Riggilio's here. Hey, what's up? He moved. You again? Sorry to bother, I was just walking through. No need for us to be friends. This guy's probably going to, like, try and kill us at some point, I guess. We can just kind of send Corin being the only one to, like, go in, maybe. And then if the trap gets sprung... I can't even spring the trap. That's the funny part about that, too. I'm not even able to spring the trap. This is where our skill is failing. So I assume our ability to disarm traps would come from, I don't know if it's finding traps as well, or if it's just also lockpicking. But the fact that our lockpicking is at 80, and it's like, sorry mate, not good enough. I'm like, okay, fuck me, I guess. So let's save, and then we'll have another one of these. Not working out for us there. Not working out. I think it might be a situation where it's like, I think you have to level up or something, maybe? And then you're able to try again for opening things. That might be the catch. So it could be a situation like that. So I would have to like first save, then take one, then try and see if I can disable it without setting it off, but then I sprung the trap anyway, and then Corin took the damage. I don't know. What I do know is it's bloody annoying. Okay. I successfully lockpicked. What about the trap? There you go. A stun trap. So Corin was not able to disarm the trap. This time he didn't even detect it. I mean, hey, it's only a stun trap. So guess we'll take it. We just have to wait 600 years for it to wear off. Because that is the type of game that we play. A game that takes a long time. Following the D&D rules of, hey, a turn takes this long, and we're not going to speed it up. Especially not out of combat. Are you kidding? Yeah, the best sort of like quality of life change I could hope for would be like out of combat if you have like debuffs, like you get stunned or held or something like that. It wouldn't be so strict about, no, you've got to wait the whole thing. That's not fun, is it? No, it's not. It's sitting and waiting. They wouldn't do that to you at the D&D table. They'd say, okay, so, you know, and so time passes. And you go, yep. It looks like we actually can't get into the central chamber from this staircase. So this is an actual, like... Ah, hang on, it might be right there. Never mind. Hey, Corin, any fucking time, dude. Anytime you want to come back to us would be awesome. So this is a central chamber. We got any trapped bookcases? Probably.
Camaraderie, adventure, and steel on steel. The stuff of legend.
History of the North? Oh my god, he's back. And was it worth it, we say, as we got a couple of shit necklaces. We're gonna have stuff like that give us the most trouble, I think, where it's like not even a good chest. Not even a good chest is gonna have him stunned for that long. Bloody crazy. Crazy, I tell you. And then whenever we get damaged, I'm just in the mind of we'll just sleep. We'll just sleep to heal. So that kind of like makes triggering traps like maybe we'll just take the damage, then rest and go, we'll just sleep here and hopefully we're not attacked. Durlag, Durlag, my friend, you have returned after age upon age. It is I, Dytel, your friend of old. I have waited long for your coming that I may help, my friend. Of course, Dytel, I have missed your company. You are uncharacteristically civil this day, Durlag. I think you are taller than I recall. Time changes us all, I guess. Though it has not erased my debt, I will serve here until you wish otherwise to repay. Repay? I barely remember what I owe, but it matters not. You need not have waited so long. Perhaps if you paid through some other means, you might rest easy. Have you anything else I may take as payment? Anything valuable? It is not gold I owe, but honor. Your clan was a refuge to me, to my family, until you fought them off when I could not strike. My children changed to doubles. You have no need of wealth. We waded through dragon hordes and left with empty pockets, you and I. You have changed so much since Death took us both. You are not Durlag. He valued family over all. You are invaders. I will repel you and he will rest easy. I will repay. And now I have to fight a ghost because I probably just should have said rest, boy. All right, sorry, ghost. I pass you on. Get passed on in life or something. And he's vanished. And he's over here. He's over here, mate. There he is. Get him. Get him. Have this ghost pass on. I'm so fucking sick and tired of this spell, bro. Kill this ghost. What are you doing? I told you to get this ghost. There we go. Okay, who's confused and attacking? I think it's Corin. Chaos. Alright, we have 3 people with chaos. Alright, everybody go away from the chaos characters. They're all gonna go hang out and attack each other. The worst characters that could this have happened to. Don't die, Dynahead. There we go. Just run away, please. Run away. We don't have control of all of our party members. Goddamn chaos spell. Luckily, Corin didn't kill Dynahead, so there we go. Luckily. Sorry, Ghost, you have been moved on in life.
So many places I would rather be.
We got 3,000 experience though, so we'll take it. Alright, Jaheira has leveled. We've got level 4 spells. Animal Summoning 1, Call Woodland Beings, Cause Serious Wounds, Cure Serious Wounds, Death Ward, Defensive Harmony, Farsight, Negative Plane Protection, Neutralize Poison, Poison, and Protection from Lightning. Wow, okay. Protecting the target from all forms of death magic. It includes, but is not limited to, Disintegrate, Power Word, Kill, Death Spell, and Finger of Death. Probably not bad. I assume that'll come up at some point, especially once we start dealing with maybe the final stuff. The caster is able to view an area of an unexplored map. After casting the spell, simply click on a section of the map you want to view. We can also note creatures and fortifications. That's pretty big for when we're just wanting to look around. Partial protection from undead monsters. Only partial. I need an AoE situation for that. Maybe we should just probably be using Bless more, but you know. A defensive bonus. By bestowing an enchanted coordination on their attacks, a group of creatures to act as a single unit. This effect is always centered on the caster, but affects all allies within a 15-foot radius. Those affected can move outside after the spell is cast. While the spell is in effect, all creatures gain a +2 to AC. Okay, that's huge. I mean, that's just... absolutely. Cloak of Fear empowers the caster to radiate a personal aura of fear. All other characters and creatures must roll a successful save. Party members are immune. Oh, man. That's amazing. A defensive one and a fear one is huge. Okay. I'll be excited for Jaheira to throw those down. Oh, 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 oh. Fight some skeletons for a bit. Okay, we have rested. Jaheira is now able to look at Cloak of Fear and Defensive Harmony, so that's going to be great. Everyone can just hang out near Jaheira for a protection buff and then also scare people away, but we don't know how effective that's actually going to end up being in terms of the fear. Trap not disarmed. Absolutely classic. It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, we're genuinely not able to benefit from this place completely. That's my problem. It's like I want to check the place out, obviously, but then it's like there's shit here I can't even open. Let's try the next level of the tower. I assume at some point we're gonna get attacked by the guy downstairs. Okay. Trap sprung. We don't even have everyone in the party. Where'd you guys go? Upstairs with you. The dart. Give those to Jaheira. So it'll just be like this, essentially like rinse and repeat of go into a level maybe survive traps, kill some monsters, get some loot if you're able. Find a random moonstone gem in a box. Or 17 gold in a container that'll do 60 damage. Another staircase. The halberd +1. Whoa. Kirinhale.
Long for this place.
Old lady sounding woman, scantily clad by a hot tub. Well, hello there. Come to see little old Kirinhale. Kirinhale, have you? It's been so long since I've had any company at all, and now, well, just look at you. So virile, so manly. Care to stay here by my side? It'll be ever so lonely without you. You think I'm gonna get seduced by a woman who sounds like she's 2,000 years old in a random tower where everything is a threat? What kind of horny miscreant do you take me for? Never say no to a pretty face, I say. And then I get eaten because you're actually like 6 giant snakes that form a body. My dear lady, why have you languished in this place for so long? It's a terrible story, really. Wandered in some time ago, and it's just not safe to leave on my own. So many dangers and no protective hand to guide me. I'm almost without hope. Would you stay here with me? It's so lonely here. All I have is this bubbling hot tub jacuzzi with built-in vibrating action. I have no time to play these games. Leave me alone. You forsake me? Have I lost so much appeal in my time here? This place is destroying my charms, and I could do nothing but sit and wait for someone else to take my place. Well, no more. Durlag and his curse be damned. You'll stay here instead of me, and you'll damn well like it. He took my wings, but I've still a few tricks at my disposal. So Durlag kept an angel with no wings imprisoned in here, and now I have to kill you. Otherwise, we'd swap places. Okay. Well, Dynahair and Minsk, they've decided that they would like to fuck off because this is the type of game that we're playing. Where did you go? Where did you go, creature? I'm having pathing issues. Please, reveal thyself. Where'd you go? Ethereal. Hello? Where'd you go? Lady! Thought you weren't able to leave. Why would you guys go over there when the doorway is there? What are you doing? What are you doing? Robes. Dynahair, we have a cloak. What is it? Cloak of protection +1. You can't wear this because of magical equipment you are already wearing. Is it that? No, it's not that. Is it your ring? What the hell? You can't wear a ring at the same time as a cloak. What are we doing? What are we doing here? So AC +1 on both of them. Stupid. All right. No, I couldn't possibly wear that cloak. I have a ring on. I'll give it to Minsk. So dumb. Alright, Dynahair, what's this? The robe of electrical resistance. Kirinhale has disappeared, maybe gone to another level of the tower. I guess she's trapped in the tower. Oh, there you are. Found you. Oh my god. So this is the game that we play, is it? Oh, wait, where are you? You're casting magic. Wait, is she right there? Dale? No. That was just her casting energy drain. Lady, where'd you go? I was gonna say, I'm like, Dynahair just lost so much health. That's a constitution drain. Okay. Don't make me drink the potion of fortitude. Have you gone back to your bathtub? She keeps casting this. Okay, she just is gonna keep casting this spell. Okay, stop casting it. Ghasts.
No!
We're at the top of the tower? I don't know if we're at the top or maybe we just have to find another staircase. Oh, aha! Gotcha. She's back. Oh, oh no, she's she made Minsk chaotic. All right, we got a lock of hair from Kirinhale and a quarterstaff. Oh man, Minsk. Okay, we just gotta run away from Minsk for a while. God damn it. And now we wait. Is there another staircase in here? I don't know. He has been dire charmed. So we've got dire charm and energy drain affecting us at the moment. And we're just going to wait forever until Minsk is free. Alright, we finally have Minsk back. That took like forever, dude. Like so long. Like so dire charm is genuinely insane as an ability, by the way. Like unreal. I just have to like sit there for so long. Could any of you please like fucking do something? Anyone want to attack these skeletons, or are we just not doing anything today? You guys don't want to fight or anything? Lovely. Alright. Dynahair still has energy drain, so we're just trying to sleep it off at the moment. Okay, we have slept. Dynahair has her health back. Now Dynahair can identify cool stuff, like this quarterstaff, which is a staff spear +2. Not bad. Back to the quarterstaff time. Not a bad idea. And lock of hair from Kirinhale comes from the head of a succubus, a demonic creature that seduces men into accompanying her to the abyss. I love that we've identified that, and it's just okay, cool. Our second lock of hair, can we use that for something? Who knows? There's just the staircase here. Don't know if we have anything else. Guess we'll take a look at this staircase over here now. Nah, so that's just that again. Okay. Have we reached the thing? We should have sent him upstairs and say, hey man, you should go upstairs. There's a beautiful woman up there wanting to meet you. Oh man, haha, here we go. You again, what is it now? Actually, I've got a gift for you just because we're in the same line of work. I found this upstairs in the chest. I'm no expert, but it looks like nymph's hair to me. Nymph hair or succubus hair. I'm not here to disturb you. I came back to give you a peace offering. No need for us to fight. This might be nymph's hair. So we can give him the succubus's lock of hair. What's that going to do to him? What are you up to? Ain't no way you'd give up something like that for no reason. I don't trust you at all. Don't you get it? I'm trying to buy you off so I don't get a dagger in my backside while I'm resting. Something you would do if given half the chance, right? What? You're giving me... I guess I was wrong about you. I guess you're a pretty decent person after all. Here, friend. Here's a little toy I found myself. Fair trade for an honest person. Riggilo will speak well of your name to anyone who asks. Nice. We got a potion of cloud giant strength. We don't know the true value of what that lock of hair may have sold for, though. Will we ever know? I guess I would have to look it up. Thanks for the interesting little gift, friend. Looks like it'll fetch a nice price. I guess you ain't so bad. Riggilo will not harm you. You're all right. Nice. So it's not 300 gold, but it's the lock of hair that does the job. And cloud giant strength for 23. I'll take the opportunity to look it up, right? I want to see. I want to get an answer. The lock of hair from Kirinhale. What's its value? Its item value is like 500. Okay, so not bad. It may be traded. You may similarly gift it to the same thief. I can also gift it to the same thief in order to set Kirinhale free. So maybe what I would do is I would be talking and then I don't know, would I convince him to go and talk to that lady upstairs, you know? I guess that's it. It can just either be sold or traded, so I'm not losing anything significant. I said, here's that for you, mate. Now, in terms of what else we can do here, there is a lower... There's two staircases here. There is a lower one. Okay. Oh! Okay, there is more to this place. And now with a floor trap that I've actually been able to see. A floor trap that I could actually see? And Bayard? Very nice. And a well. Hello, Bayard. Who are you? I'm wondering, I don't like myself. Best you turn and walk on, friend. This place does not accept visitors with grace. Better you are alive and leaving like me. Who might you be? I did not expect to see others here. You should expect to see many more things that you did not expect. Don't make me laugh. I have a dart in me gullet doing some nasty things. My name is Bayard, and me friends and I came here just as you did. It looks a rewarding place, but I have decided it is beyond my ability. I will fare better, I am sure. I have a keen eye for traps and the like, absolutely, and I fought many a dastardly creature in the past. If you live long enough to fight the creatures that call this place home, count yourself lucky. The very walls within will conspire to keep you at bay. Mere traps test only your dexterity, but this place is more than a simple door knocker. Durlag was a sick, sick man, and I tell you that he meant to kill those who entered, not just hinder. Sure, there be traps triggered by wire or step or sound, but there are tests as well. Tests he may to find friend or foe. You need more than your agile fingers to escape what comes. Some traps give no second chance. Attention must be paid, or death will easily take you. Test or no, I am more than capable of defeating anything within. Ah, so you've defeated many a monster to get here. Well, if you have seen another of what lives here now, I would be greatly surprised. There is a creature here unlike any other, a beast that defies sound thought. I have heard of it before, but my party laughed and said I was just afraid. Afraid? Yes, but it is still true. I have heard the tales of fell servants that walk the prime. Am I afraid because I believe? No, I know what is here. Have you had the pleasure of seeing a demon in knight's clothing, a demon knight that serves the underworld? I cannot whether you have killed all the kobolds in Kalimshan. Attacking this beast directly is suicide. It is truly beyond thought. What it is even doing here I do not know. Durlag was certainly not in league with such a beast, but it has made a home here, nonetheless. He just keeps going. He just keeps going. You seem quite certain this place is dangerous. What makes you so sure, and why have you abandoned your friends to it? I have not abandoned my friends. Young they may be, but they are old enough to make up their own minds. I will not babysit anyone who can take up the sword to defend themselves. I say the risk, and if they wish to continue, it is their own fate they decide. Me, I be thinking it is better to live. This place is death, in the air, and it gets in your clothes. My friends, they say, by the gods, what is that stench? And I tell them, it is the stink of death, citizens. So the tower is well trapped and there's monsters running about in it. Sounds like every other dungeon I've been in. I will heed your warnings, but I must still go on. Danger or no, I have business here. I will have to see for myself. That is your right and should be your intent. I will not stand in the way of anyone that understands the risk ahead, as long as you know there is a reason that no one has breached this place to any significant degree in over 300 years. You have heard the history, or you would not be here. Durlag was a disturbed man. His spirit was broken by the deaths of those around. This place reflects what happened to him, and he seems to demand that you understand him before you are allowed passage. This place is not a ruin. It is not open to the ages. This place was designed to keep people out or to kill them. Even the simplest of doors have been locked with ward stones. If you enter here, you had best be prepared to succeed or die. Ah, you have inspired a lecture from me, but your life is yours to do with what you will. I must go. Good luck to you. I do wish you well. Okay, so now I think we're in the actual dungeon now. The upper floors? Mere child's play, apparently. Now we're in the real shit. We're getting warned about stuff. And we have to learn about Durlag in order to proceed. Will we learn about him in these barrels? Leather armor +1. Hold on to that, will you? We'll see what we can sell. We'll see what we can find in a place such as this. With traps everywhere, apparently. Surely you wouldn't trap a barrel? It was interesting when I get to the top floor and I'm like, okay. But no, this makes a lot more sense. And all of these riches we can just sell to that guy outside and say, hey man, look at all these jewels. If we get so lucky. Whoa. Is it a trapdoor? How does the wardstone situation work? At least the ghast portion of this is not a huge issue. I wish loot automatically went into that gem bag, I will say. Oh. Whoa. Who keeps setting that trap off? Not me. Corin, are you able to find that? You are. Oh my god, he did it. Trap not disarmed though. Just don't step on it. Just don't step on it. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. All right, well, the benefit to at least finding a trap is you know where not to step if you can't, you know, disarm it. We have a ring, though, and a star sapphire. Ring of the Princes. Another one. And you're not able to wear that because of your stupid thing with the cloak. How incredible. We rest, we heal from the trap, and we go through here. And we have set off a trap immediately upon walking into the room. Corin, if you would please, could you please detect this? Corin, please. I also kind of think that it's a little bit lame that you can trigger a trap by stepping on it, and that doesn't reveal it either. You're like, oh, there's a trap there that I've stepped on, you know? It still comes down to apparently needing to detect it. Considering that we were able to finally find some floor traps on the first level, I'm like, great. But now it's still a situation of like, I don't know. And then there's, you know, the concern of not being able to actually disarm the traps that we see. God damn, okay. I'll take those. You know what? Hell yeah. Okay, this is trapped, by the way. You wouldn't be able to tell. That's trapped, by the way, as well. There's only one way to find out. We do have a potion of perception now, which will help us for some things, but yeah, obviously we need more of those. All right, everybody, I've found some stuff. Problem is, we're in a little dangerous situation right now. Not able to identify that bolt. Not able to identify that arrow. Can identify some things. I'm not able to identify an arrow +2, which I think is kind of crazy. All right. You guys stay there while I... Oh!
Steel on steel.
All right, actually, you guys... all right, trigger that trap. Just... Oh my god. They went right past the trap. It's somewhere on that side. We've managed to go around it. Well done. Four antidotes is 4 antidotes, so... We cannot learn Hold Monster. Oh, these floors might be trapped.
This group shows promise.
Try and lure them to you. We don't know. Careful where you're stepping. All right. It's unfortunate because I can't get around that any other way. We also, even with Master Thievery, because I think we'll need to, because we already tried it once. What type of trap is it? We don't know. Couple of secret doors. Okay, yeah, we're absolutely in the proper part of this now. It's underneath. We're not able to detect any of these traps at all. Like, just nothing. genuinely impossible. We're getting a lot of Master Thievery stuff though, which is cool, but yeah, just no detection on traps in these boxes, which is a bit of a shame. There will just simply be a lot of resting taking place. That just seems to be like the easy way to to go through this stuff. To try and sleep, go, we've recovered from that very dangerous thing. And then go on about our day. It just obviously, it wears off the Master Thievery effects. Same with like Potion of Perception. Surely they wouldn't put any traps down here. Who said that? Who said that? So we just have random dead body wall? Is... Oh! Okay, yep. Cool. A warder. A few of them. Hello. I am the warrior's curse. I steal his future, I mar his past. The more he has, the less it seems. He becomes a slave of glittering things. Yet I hunger. Feed me that which glitters beyond all else. A strange apparition. Okay. We have something to do. I am the warrior's bane. I live in the darkness of his soul. I bring him to his knees, trembling and weeping, unable to lift a hand in his own defense. Yet I sleep. Awaken me. This is pretty cool. So we have to this is why you've got to learn about him in order to gain access. I am the warrior's fate. I raise him above his brethren. I amplify his deeds. He becomes scornful where once he had respect. He becomes a giant where once he was a man. This is a potion of cloud giant strength. I lack the proper honor. Raise me up in glory. Though the chronicles of my deeds, pride shall be honored. Through the passing of knowledge, my sword shall display its glory. Then you shall know that I am well pleased. So I think there's items that we gotta loot to give to them. I am the warrior's madness. I curse him with trust and respect. I slow the blade in its course by stealing his passion for blood and offering a softer emotion in return. Yet I thirst for more. Give me the sweet crimson drink of laughter and passion. Yeah, so items that I need, I guess. If I talk to them again, maybe I'll be able to give it to them. Like Potion of Heroism could be the thing. I don't know. I think that's pretty sick though. The mallet handle. This gilded rod was once a handle. Okay, there's an item that could be of value. A wand. Haven't seen this one before. Potion of fire resistance. Potion of perception. Potion of insulation. Alright, maybe this mallet handle thing, there'll be something to do with that. As well as the wand as well. Let me open this thing, please. This tiny little spot. So now that we have 4 Potion of Perception, I can be like, wow, it's a good thing I didn't buy those, because now I can use those to actually find the traps. Maybe. A Wand of Monster Summoning. Summon 12 HD of monsters. Jeez. Could be fun. protection scrolls that I still need to do spells on. Protection from acid. And we're already getting to the point of like running out of space, which is classic. So we should probably have Corin take one of these potions of perception. See if we can start finding some traps. There they are. We found them. Traps found.
There are so many places I would rather
Trap
be.
not disarmed. Trap not disarmed.
Need healing.
It's only a flesh wound.
I not survive.
See, this is the funny part. Oh my god, a full death. There we go. This is the funny part. We can find the traps. It doesn't mean that I can fucking disarm them though. Alright. If I have one of these, will I be good enough? No. God damn, dude. It's just also traps above our skill level. And it affects a lot of other people as well. I can try and activate a potion of invulnerability to at least get me there. I can move the rest of the characters away so they don't end up getting damaged while doing that. And then just have Corin. I'll go, Corin, quick run. Run and quick run around the corner. Don't get hit. Ah! And he's dead. I was like, maybe you could like quickly have him make it through, you know what I mean? Without getting into a shit ton of trouble. At the very least, we're getting a lot of potions, however you want to interpret that. All of that healing for all of that damage that we'll be taking by walking through all of the traps. Or just resting. Alright, so I'll drink a potion of invulnerability. And die. I will drink a potion of invulnerability and die. Alright, we're not getting through there, unfortunately. What a bummer, dude. I mean, it's 5 traps. Could be a situation of like, if I solve something here, maybe it'll work. I don't know. So they're talking about needing a ward stone. There's a trap there. Watch out for that. There's another trap. Watch out for that. I just feel like I have to explore recklessly because it just takes so long. You are too far away. Ooh, a device. The switch panel for this strange machine. The switch is broken off and missing. Could this work? This gilded rod was once a handle. It's kind of funny because like this is finally, and I guess it's because it's DLC related, but there's like actual mechanics and shit. The switch for the engine is missing. I guess this isn't a switch, it's more of a handle. If I put this on, no, I can't do that. I gotta find it. I gotta find whatever that is. Okay, Corin was actually able to disarm a trap. We're getting somewhere. Don't worry, team. We will just rest if there's a problem. We're able to go around. We're able to go around the traps this way. Look at that. Let's go. Mustard jelly, get it. We have circumvented the traps because of the doors. So that's a nice thing, at least. Like, the perception of finding the secret doors can help a lot.
It's only a flesh wound.
Ow. 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 Don't mind that. That's just the traps. Lot of sleep in the bedchamber. Didn't I just unlock that? Oh, the mechanism that operates this does not have a conventional lock. It may be warded against simple spells. Ooh. Whoa.
Evil round every corner. Careful not to step in any.
I know. We have a plate armor. What's going on here? What's this? Plate mail. The practical defense. 3. The traveling adventurer could ask for no better a suit of armor in all the land, specially commissioned by Baldur Thunderaxe at great expense. This suit was his most prized, even if not his most ornate. Eminently practical, Baldur demanded armor that would offer superior protection while hampering him in the least. By hampering, he did not just mean in movement or weight. Though this suit is just over 1/3 the weight of normal plate mail, his ideal suit should also be able to withstand the rigors of his wanderings with little maintenance. This is not to say that Baldur Thunderaxe neglected his armors. To say as such would get your ears boxed, but the regime of spit and polish required for a gentleman's suit was beyond his caring. Save the tassels and gilding of full plate for kings and heads of state. A working dwarf cares more for utility than looks. Nice. And a weight of 18. Ah, yes. Corin says, I'll wield it. Really? Not even for Minsk? What are we doing? Okay. How bizarre. I think we've seen these arrows before. The arrow of detonation. Yes. Missile arrows. Potion of insulation and fire resistance. Obviously, these are things that do come dearly in handy in regards to activating the traps, but then at the same time, we're like, eh. So this will take your AC to a +4, but then that's also going to prevent you from allowing you to do your thieving stuff. So we could have him wear this, right? To protect him from the danger, and then when we need to start actually lockpicking, he can swap over. I mean, that could work, right? Could that work? Maybe. He can detect traps, he just can't unlock stuff. What is that? Grapes. A bunch of grapes. The fruit glows with a strange inner light. Ooh, maybe that's what we gotta give. Maybe that's one of the things. I'll grab that. History of Dambrath. The nation of Dambrath was formed out of a barbarian kingdom almost a half millennium ago by a powerful alliance of priestesses of Loviatar and the drow from the city of Tlintet. In 211 DR, fleeing from the destruction of the homeland by the then great kingdoms of Unther and Mulhorand, 4 tribes of barbarians entered Dambrath. They found a coast where the dolphins danced and the plains where the grass was long. They roamed from the borders of the walls of Halrua as far east as the current borders of Estagund. They soon became known as the Archaeun, or People of the Wind. In 545 DR, a great war chief, Reinhar, arose to lead the tribes. The halflings of Lurin were quickly enslaved, and several of the coastal cities of Durpar were captured or razed. Estagund fell to his rule, and eventually Reinhar turned his attention to Halrua. An army of 40,000 horsemen and a fleet of 50 ships mounted a coordinated attack, and even though Reinhar was able to get beyond the walls of Halrua and occupy the cities of Mithel, Galdel, and Zalsu, their magics proved to be more than a match for the invaders. Reinhar was finally defeated in a great battle at Sulazir by the archmage Mykentil and his troop of wizards. Reinhar's son, Reinhar II, took command of the army and set out on a 2-month overland retreat. He arrived home with 1,000 surviving men and no shaman. Reinhar II proved to be as good a ruler in defeat as his father was in war. He consolidated his forces and pulled home almost all of his troops, as he knew that the defeat made him tempting prey for raiders and encroaching monsters. This action allowed for the safe development of his peoples. Pause. By the time the 9th Reinhar was king in 802 DR, the Archaeans were fat and lazy. Reinhar IX, or Reinhar the Foolish as he is more commonly known, insisted on expanding his nation to gain more gold to finance his military campaigns. He ordered the mining of many rich lodes of silver and electrum in the Knollwatch Mountains, but before his plans of expansion could begin, the miners encountered the drow of Tlinter. The drow were outraged and began a steady series of raids and attacks on the Archaean strongholds. Whole villages were destroyed overnight, and no trace of the invaders could be found. Reinhar IX committed the foolhardy action of attacking the drow in retaliation. While the Archaeans managed to get a force into the drow city, this action only succeeded in uniting the normally chaotic drow. For once, the full power of a drow city was turned against an enemy. The battle quickly moved to the surface. Reinhar's raiders were wiped out, leaving Reinhar with only a small portion of his original military. This was not enough for the drow, who demanded total enslavement of the entire surface nation. The Archaeans resisted valiantly, and the war went on for 3 decades at tremendous cost in life to both sides. Finally, the drow had the Archaean forces cornered at Malduir. Almost without hope, the defenders were overjoyed when a group of half-elven pilgrims appeared on the scene. The high priestess Kathia Shintar offered the aid of her clerics to help defend the city, and Reinhar took this to be an omen from the gods. A priestess was placed with almost every company. Within a 10-day, the drow struck. The priestess did indeed prove to be of great aid, but to the drow. Every priestess turned on the Archaeans, and Cathar himself slew Reinhar. The drow were still weakened by the battle, and only the presence of the priestesses enabled them to win. Kathia, realizing the unique advantage she possessed, made a deal that even the suspicious drow embraced. Her priestess would rule the land, and in exchange they would provide access to the surface for the drow, trading weapons, slaves, and supplies. The drow were delighted with this brazen offer from a surface dweller. Reinhar had been slain and the insult avenged, and after 30 years of war, the drow were not particularly interested in Dambrath. They did insist, however, on taking the best captured males as slaves. Kathia quickly agreed to this, seeing the males as an obstacle for her own power. Kathia ruled for 205 years. She fulfilled her promise to make Dambrath, or the Nation of Pain, a bastion of evil in the realms. In her time, Kathia saw the priesthood of Loviatar expand to thousands, and faith in the Beast Lords previously worshipped by the Archaeans was nearly eradicated. Many of the Archaeans were able to escape their new mistress and flee to the Swagdar. There they resumed their almost forgotten nomadic life. The priestesses of Loviatar continued to enjoy good relations with the drow, and some even took mates, creating a race of drow half-elves. These dark half-elves became known as the Srintri, or Noble Ones. Most are priestesses of Loviatar, though many are mages as well. They consolidated their power, learning much of the area from the Shebali, or Lower Ones as the Archaeans are now called. The capital of Dambrath was established at Kathir, built after Kathia's passing and named in her honor. Her death came at the hands of her daughter Felina, who had grown tired of waiting for her mother to die. Felina ruled for only 5 years, however, before her own daughter, Kathake, assumed the throne in the same fashion. Kathake ruled for 54 years, eventually falling in battle against a gold dragon. She died childless, and her niece, Melanith, assumed the throne. Melanith faced an increasing population, and unrest among males who longed for a return to their prestige of old. Melanith did not return their previous status, but she did make use of them. Fearing that the great nations of Malharand and Untha might rise again, she decided that mundane tasks such as defense of the kingdom would be handled by men. She was the first to name a male to the post of warchief. Sadalar Srintri became the queen's consort. His term as warchief was characterized by widespread bribery and corruption. He was, however, responsible for getting many privileges returned to the Archaeans. After Melanith's rule, the Shabali were considered second-class citizens rather than slaves. Though males were granted more power during her rule, Melanith also solidified the split between the sexes. While the rulers of Dambrath had been females for over 2 centuries, it was more because of competence than gender. Melanith, however, decreed that men could have no authority except over other men. The female-led hierarchy of Loviatar was quick to back this move. Many of the bravest and best men of the kingdom perished in raids on Estegund, Dupar, the bandit tribes of Veldorn, and against the gnolls that had returned to the Gnollwatch Mountains. Some even fought at the side of the Drow in their battle with the Sphere of Neblin city of Aventine. The Deep Gnomes were destroyed, but so were the Shabali. The Drow and the Srintri were largely unharmed, and for their aid, the Srintri were rewarded with a number of Drow males to breed in their race. Melanith took a Drow male as her consort to replace Sadalar, who had perished in the conflict. The Drow, Nearmith Inthig, fathered 3 daughters and a son. It was at this time that Melanith began the isolationist policy that Dambrath still follows today. Melanith ruled for 156 years, her daughter Orsatil for 125. The current queen of Dambrath, Yanandra, who is known in Dambrath as the Pirate Queen, is said to have sailed as far south as Zakara on pillaging raids. Yanandra has been ruling for 71 years and is beginning to show signs of age. She has 3 daughters as well, named Luatharan, Melturil, and Hasifir. While she does remain extremely popular, especially to the Srintri, the children of leaders in this land are not known to patiently wait their turn. Longest book we've ever read? No doubt about it. Once you start and you get like a third of the way through, I'm like, I gotta see it through to the end. Huge. A reason why I kept reading was because I was like, it seems that we need information. So I was waiting and wondering if there was going to be anything to do with, Durlag. There wasn't.
We all deserve a pat on the back.
There wasn't. So a pat on the back indeed for our trouble there. We have a bunch of grapes, which I think is an item to give over to one of the wards, maybe? We'll see how that goes. Again, the sling +1 does do more damage, but speed factor. Get rid of that. It's just taking up space. I gotta see if there's books that we actually get that are gonna be worth it in terms of reading the whole thing, because already you know that we're gonna be in here for quite a long time. Flesh Golem. Like, already we're going to be in here for a long time, So if I'm going to end up reading a whole entire library book, we'll see. Guys, this skeleton should have been dead so long ago. Okay. Two-handed sword +1. The fucking gym is so silly. The weights, we got the monkey bars, we got the boxing ring. The flesh golem's just chilling out in a little background. Just a little background gym. Oh my god, is this a treasure hoard? Being guarded by skeletons.
No!
So the game has the AI of like it switches to ranged sometimes by having party AI on, but it does not switch to melee when they're close for some reason. Why is this the only guy that you want to go for? Give him a break. Glittering Beduril gemstone. This stone seems to be out of place down here, almost as if it wasn't a coincidence at all. Perhaps it has some meaning, maybe even a purpose here. You get an uneasy feeling that this gemstone shouldn't be sold. Perhaps it would be best not to be too greedy and keep it around a while. Normally a deep, pleasant seawater green, Bedurils periodically blaze with a glittering, winking, flashing light. However, this particular stone has a slightly different hue. Perhaps it is a new strain, rarely if ever seen before. This looks incredibly valuable. So that's the glittering thing that I've got to give to one of the wards. We have an odd-looking key.
There are so many places I would rather be.
Shut up, Khalid. You goddamn fucking coward. What does Jaheira see in you? You piss me off. Okay. So there's another item. Luckily not trapped or anything, so that's nice. A bejeweled key of odd design. That might be something that we need. I think we're just gonna have to ditch the helmets, just literally due to space concerns. We might have to even like leave, take a break in order to like sell some things and then circle back around. That might be the best plan of action. Oh yes, that trap is still there. Yep. But we have got to activate it to get through for a second, so. Oh my god, there's another in this other part of the hallway, I think. Walk away from the trap, please. Kill the skeleton, if you would. Don't know what we're going to have to do about... We could just find ourselves in another situation with the traps where... Could find ourselves in just... Yeah, another one of these scenarios where we can find the trap, but we won't even be able to disarm it anyway, so then we just continue to walk around it. It's a tough situation to do those potions of perception, just to go, oh, I can't do anything about it, sadly. And that's where we find ourselves.
I need healing.
I do not feel well inside.
I not survive.
All right, we had a locked chest. We burned a bit, but that's okay. We're fine. We've survived. It's all good. The ruby ring. We got some more oil of speed happening, and then we have a locked bookshelf. So we'll rest before we even interact with that. We'll have Corin change over his armor, so I can actually do this. Now, is this a trap? We don't know. There's only one way to find out. It's not a trap. Crazy. And we got a potion of freedom. We weren't hit with a goddamn trapped bookshelf. Just the other one was. What sort of cruel fate is this? Alright, we have zombies. I think we are at the point where our current level of riches should be... Okay.
I do not feel well inside.
Our current level of riches should be exchanged for some money if we were to leave this place. So I think that's what we'll probably do. We have some items that are useful for selling. Some that we've got to keep for these warders, potentially. But then the rest, I think we should be absolutely selling. I'll just pick up some helmets. I don't know how much they sell for. Something. They sell for an amount. But that's going to be the plan. I think that's what we'll do, is we'll take a bit of a pause on the tower, because I thought I completed it for a second, and then I'm like, maybe not. And there's more with these wards. So we'll head upstairs. Luckily, we didn't trigger that trap. There you go. That is right there. We'll leave. And then we're going to bring this episode of Baldur's Gate to a close. It was not a situation where we were able to complete the tower in one go, which is good. I think that's exciting that there is more for us to do in the form of an underground labyrinth. I think that's going to be fun. We'll solve more things. There's obviously some involvement in regards to some items that we need to hand over in particular to understand Durlag. So I like the mechanics in there. It's a little more fun. It'll get you thinking instead of just kind of walking through. I am like brute forcing the traps in the sense of like, clearly we're not able to detect them all. And then when we can, sometimes we're not even able to disarm them. So it's better to just try and go through them, survive. The game has a sleep mechanic. Our team are going to spend weeks in this tower. People will wonder where we are. Saravok is like, man, they're taking ages on that trail. They got lost on the road. And the time outside of Durlag's tower, we'll just come up with some sort of story situation of it's a bubble in time where time passes really slow on the outside of the tower, and Saravok won't be waiting that long. But with that one, that's where we'll bring it to a close for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed our first proper dive into the tower, and we will explore the lower regions some more next time. I will see you then.